Hey, welcome back to the last video in chapter 8. So we're going to talk about some of the things that microbes do to maintain nutrient cycles. So they're very important in biogeochemical processes. They help to maintain carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen in the environment. And so we're going to look at some of these right now, okay? There we go. So the carbon cycle, we have organisms that fix carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and they produce organic molecules. And then we have other organisms that take those organic molecules, degrade them, and produce carbon dioxide as a byproduct. So that's what humans do. We're heterotrophs. So plants are autotrophs. They produce the organic molecules, and actually plants also utilize the organic molecules that they produce. And so they're they're photoautotrophs, but they can utilize the organic molecules and produce ATP energy in that process. We have to take in organic molecules to get our carbon. We also take in organic molecules to get our energy, and we produce carbon dioxide as our byproduct. Methanogens then use methane as a carbon source, and they form methane by using carbon dioxide as a final electron acceptor in an anaerobic respiration process. The nitrogen cycle, we have nitrogen-fixing bacteria take atmospheric nitrogen that can't be used by plants and fix it into a form of nitrogen that can be used by plants. So they fix it into ammonia. Ammonia then can be oxidized to nitrite or nitrate. Nitrates then can be utilized by plants, and then bacteria can convert the nitrates back into nitrogen gas. And then we have a sulfur cycle. So sulfur is used oftentimes in anoxygenic photosynthesis as the hydrogen donor. So we can use hydrogen sulfide as an electron donor. This produces elemental sulfur that can then be converted into sulfate by sulfate-reducing bacteria. They're going to use these sulfates as a final electron acceptor in an anaerobic process, and they can convert it back to hydrogen sulfide. So we have all these organisms maintaining the different chemical cycles in our world, and humans tend to do things that increase the amount of chemicals in our world, and that can actually cause problems, because when you have too much of anything that is good, then it can cause systems to overproduce. And so that's known as eutrophication. So things like when you add nitrogen or phosphorus to aquatic systems, then the system becomes very, very lively. So lots of algae and other materials can grow, but that stops the growth of other organisms. And so we typically see this as farm runoff. So when farmers use a lot of organic materials on their plants, or like, I can't think of the word, the materials to help their plants grow, some of that material is going to actually run off into water. And when it gets into the water, it can cause aquatic systems to not function properly. And so there's another process that microbes are used in, and that is in a process called bioremediation, where we take microbes and we utilize their own metabolism to break down these materials. So if we have a lot of nitrogen in an environment, we take bacteria that utilize nitrogen and can convert the nitrates back into nitrogen gas, and we add it to the system. And so what this does is it degrades these materials that are polluting the system, and cleans up these aquatic areas. And so that's really beneficial. That's the end of this chapter. And so I'm going to stop this video and we'll get right into chapter, I believe it is 9 is the next chapter we're going to get into. So you guys have a great day and I'll talk to you later. Bye.